What's up, gang? How you guys doing? It is Lieutenant Sal Blue, 28-year law enforcement veteran and the author of the top 25 mistakes en route to the good life. Listen here, man. Whoa, it is a damp, cold, rainy night in October coming up on Halloween weekend, man. And I'm here, man, just to give you guys another one of the mistakes that I've seen people make over my lifetime, my 20 years law enforcement veteran, and just something that I've seen people do when it comes to them just having a bad life. And I don't want you guys to have a bad life. So in doing so, man, I try to get out every single day something that I've seen that can change your life and make it better. So I just want to tell you guys right now, it's some exciting times. It is a lot going on right now in the world. You got, man, we just got over, not even got over. We are on the back end, I'm hoping, of the pandemic, right? And things are about to change and things are about to open up. And also, guys, you think about it. Look at this, man. We have the digital world opening up to the public, right? The digital world opening up to the public, and literally there can be a change of power when it comes to money and finances in the world, right? A dramatic swing, I would say, of more people becoming wealthy than ever before, right? With with Bitcoin surging, right, and all of the other meme coins and stuff like that, people are just making money from the small cap coins, the mid cap coins, everything that's going on. And this is not a podcast about crypto, so relax, guys. I know that you've probably seen 10, 100,000 NFT podcasts, blogs, posts on Facebook and TikTok. I know they are a barrage of things that have been hitting my phone every time I open up Facebook and TikTok. So, I know you guys are about tired of that. But this is about changing times, right? Even Facebook is changing their names. Changing their name like Meta or something like that. And they're changing on the New York Stock Exchange. And they're actually creating their own meta universe. So the world is changing at a dramatic rate, and you guys need to keep up. So in order to keep up, guess what you got to do, guys? You got to pay attention to the small cues and things that happen in the world, because they're going to make dramatic swings, and if you sleep on them, you're going to have a bad life, man. And I'm here to keep you from making mistakes, even up-to-date current mistakes, things that are going on right now. I need you not to make those mistakes, right? Because here's the deal. This next swing of power is going to be so significant that if you don't jump in and start making the right decisions in your life and square yourself away, you are going to get swept away in the nonsense and left behind, man. You're constantly going to be living in the old world, right? You might as well at this point disconnect from the internet and live in a cave. All right? Hey, listen, go off the grid, go all the way off the grid, because in this next wave, you got to be making a far less mistakes, man. Mistakes are going to be a lot more costly in coming days, in coming years, in coming months, man. Mistakes are going to be far more costly. So you need to pay attention, guys. And I'm here to hopefully help you guys through these stages of the making a mistake. So I don't have any water today, so forgive me, guys. I left it in another room far away, and I've already started my podcast. So hey, I'm in it to win it. So listen, today's podcast, man, I always go with a question, and I will get into the question, but I want you guys to understand this, right? when it comes to creating the life that you want, it is something that you must do. Nobody can do that for you. So, as I tell you, stop waiting around for someone to come along and save you. Stop waiting around for someone to come and tell you exactly what to do to make your own life better. You have to take the reins of your own life. And in taking the reins of your own life, it doesn't mean that you have to do it alone, guys. It just means that you have to make it a point of consulting with somebody to get solid direction. And not everybody, just somebody. The right somebody, guys. And I know that may be hard for a lot of you right now in life, right? Who is that right somebody that's going to give me the information that I need to move forward? Who is that right somebody? My thing to you is, number one, they have to be vibing with you, right? You guys have to be on the same type of frequency in order for you to even listen to them, number one. Okay? And number two, right, you have to be open-minded to concepts that may be totally and completely foreign to you, because if your life is here, right, and a good life is over there, then obviously everything you are doing, listening to, and who you are right here, it's not going to be able to comprehend and listen to all of the stuff over here. So you have to make sure to be able to make that shift in order to be this person over here, so that you can have the life that you truly want over in this hand right here. So I just want to say that real quick as we get started. So my question for the day is this, right? And it's a couple of questions I want to ask you, but I want to start off the podcast with this, right? If you could choose what state, right, emotional state, you can be in every day, what state would that be? And the reason why I ask this question is because a lot of people don't think about that. They kind of let life happen for them. And I'm trying to tell you, you can't let life happen for you, because there are too much competition out there, too many obstacles out there in the world to think that somebody's just going to come along and just make things right for you. You know, with the wave of the magic wand and everything. I need you guys to really, really think about this for a minute. What kind of state would you like to be in every day? Right? Now, if you could be at your highest level, your best emotional level, how would that feel for you? Right? Take it in, man. Take it in. What was the best day you have ever had in your entire life? What's the best day you ever had in your entire life? You may need to think back on it a little bit. Maybe go back to your childhood. I don't know, right? Maybe go back to maybe the day you got married. Maybe go back to the day you had your first child. Maybe go back to the day you graduated college, right? Maybe go all the way back to the day you had your first kiss, man. What was that highest emotional peak where you felt like, bang, I got it all right today. I did it. I made it happen, right? And you thought from that point on, there was no stopping you. I want you to think about that moment. Picture that moment in your mind. Get it in your mind. Move it around a little bit and start to re-feel those emotions and feelings. I need you to do that. And that is so, so important, right? When it comes to thinking about moments that made you feel your best, relive them. Relive those moments. They go a long way when it comes to having a good life. Okay, now, I have asked this question I used to ask it at the academy all the time to all my recruits. And I used to, afterwards, I asked it to people who I coached along the way. I even used to ask it, even before that, to my personal training clients, right? I used to ask that question, what's your highest and your best emotional feeling that you would feel? I used to ask that all the time because it's important. And since I asked those questions, most of the people that I've asked, they would talk about the ideal circumstances, right? If this person did this, If that person did that, if my wife was more agreeable, if my kids would cooperate in cleaning the house, if my mom didn't charge me rent, whatever the circumstance, or if my boss wasn't an asshole, whatever the circumstances is, all of these people that I was asking about their ideal, the first thing they did was bring other people in who controlled, right, the outcome of their ideal state, of their ideal day, right? It was forces outside of them that needed to be in place for them to feel at their highest, at their best. And I found that sad, right? I found it sad. I found it sad that in order for them to be at their highest and their best, right, they literally thought that other than that one moment that I just talked to you guys about earlier, some other things had to be in place for it to happen for them. And I got to tell you guys, your state should not be controlled by outside forces. That is so, so dangerous. So I want you to think about that. Now, when I hear this from people, and when I do hear it, I still hear it, by the way, I immediately ask these people some questions, right? I asked them this question right here, and you guys can answer this question for yourself, okay? And the question is, what values have you set for yourself? Right? And that is a deep question, and I'm going to go through an entirely different podcast when I start talking about values, guys. But what I want to ask them, what I asked them and what I want to ask you is, what values have you set for yourself? You need a set of values to live by. Period. Plain and simple. You need a set of values that you will not compromise, that you live by in your life. You need a set of values. That is important. That is key. Right? Now, the people who base their state on ideal circumstances, right, were the same people who did not have an established, uncompromised set of values. They didn't have it. Right? So because they didn't have an established set of values, of course they believed that outside circumstances were in total and complete control of them being at their best and their highest self. Right? That's how they were. They did not allow it. And give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I'm just pausing this for a minute. And sweetheart, I'm doing my podcast. Hold on. All right.